Yes guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the Cody Big Man City Fan YouTube channel. And yes, today's video is a bit of a political type video. Well, it's not really a political video, but yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, today I am going to be speaking about the World Cup. And if you're thinking, Cody, why are you doing a video about the World Cup? It's 2 months away. Well, obviously, I'm going to be speaking about why is it bad having Qatar as a host country for a World Cup. So yeah, I'm going to get onto the saga and then my personal opinion on it, and plus as well, this obviously does include, sadly, Qatar's poor human rights record. I think they're like LGBTQ issues and something like that. But yeah, people, please do not get offended by watching this video, because I felt like I had to make it, because I was planning on doing this video. This video shouldn't even be recorded by now. I should have done it in November after the qualifiers had done, like the final rounds of the group stages of the qualifiers, and then before the playoffs. However, though, I felt like it was the best time doing it now, as it's around the corner from the World Cup anyway. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash a like, subscribe, get notifications on, and yeah, I'm gonna get straight. So I think in January or February 2010, FIFA General Committee, Sepp Blatter, who was the FIFA president at the time, FIFA had he announced that the hosts for the 2018 World Cup and the 2022 World Cup, which is this year, obviously they were both very controversial winners, because the last World Cup hosts were Russia. Russia won the 2018 bid, but for another World Cup that's in Europe. Well, technically, can you count Russia in Europe as Europe? I don't know, but yeah, because to be fair, Russia's a massive country, so... and obviously, for this year's World Cup, they weren't allowing any European bids. So instead, FIFA had announced that Qatar will be hosting the World Cup. And obviously, ever since Qatar did get the right to host the World Cup, obviously, thousands of workers, obviously, they had to build every single stadium that's hosting the World Cup, getting all the right facilities in. But however, though, obviously, it's currently not in the summer right now. We're not in the summer right now, but like, we're near the summer, but it's pretty much nearly summer all year round over there in Qatar. And obviously, Qatar have very bad heat, by the way. Very bad. Like, it's red hot all year round. I mean, thousands of workers had died just for building the stadiums for the World Cup. And I just find it absolutely just disgraceful, shocking. But I'm going to get onto it. I'm going to get onto the personal thoughts in a minute. And obviously, this will be actually the second World Cup to be held in Asia. Well, that the first World Cup to be held in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, is the first World Cup to be held around that part of the world. However, though, obviously, the proper Asia World Cup was 2002, which was actually held in South Korea and Japan. And that was still arguably the controversial World Cup to this day. Not because of the hosts, due to very bad referees. So yeah, I might be doing like a little World Cup countdown. So like from every 20 like 21 days before the tournament begins, on Sunday, 20th of November, I will be like doing, blah blah blah, all different World Cups. But yeah, coming back to the story, and obviously, yeah, as I said before, thousands of workers had died just for building the stadiums, and obviously, if you don't know already, so like this has been so political for nearly 12 years now. So ever since Qatar had won their bid to host the World Cup, everyone's been saying like, oh, Qatar didn't deserve to host it. Wow, so controversial and everything. And obviously Qatar, they have a very bad human rights record. Same with Saudi Arabia. Them two countries have a very, very bad human rights record. And that's not good. That's not good for a host country for hosting a World Cup finals. And obviously, by the way, Qatar only has like pretty much one city, Doha, which is actually the capital of the country. So like, obviously they have different venues, of course, but however, all of the stadiums are near the Doha area, near Doha. So technically, all of the stadiums are in Doha, practically, because they're right on the border of Doha. And obviously, also guys, this is the first World Cup to actually ever be played in the winter, because obviously, as I said before, due to Qatar's immense summer heat, like I think it's like 60 or 50 degrees right now over there. And for playing in the World Cup in that heat, there's just no chance of that happening. So yeah, FIFA did move the World Cup to November and December. So that put a bit of an impact on the Premier League and all the big leagues in Europe, like the Premier League, La Liga, the Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, the SPL. But however, though, the SPL is a bit of a weird one because Scotland aren't in it. But however, though, I think teams like Aberdeen or some, I think Hearts, Hibs, they've got like Australian players in there, so they can join up with their Australian teammates during the World Cup. So it's a weird one, but yeah, and obviously, obviously they have LGBTQ issues, and I need to be careful of what I say but yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm not going to say anything about that. Not because I don't like it, but like, you know what I mean. I'm not going to be rude to any people who might be offended. But yeah, my honest thoughts on Qatar hosting, well, it is very dangerous. And here's why. Bad heat. But the temperatures will cool down a bit, but it'll still be like 40 degrees or something like that. Obviously, I don't think Qatar are even allowing beers. So like you can't have a beer or something like that. So like, if you were England and Wales fans right now, if you were England and Wales fans who are in Qatar by now, by this video's uploaded, and if you somehow got a pint in the pubs or somewhere, or in the fan park, then fair play. Or even any other fans across the world, like Brazil, Argentina, Spain, Germany, Portugal. And obviously, I think whenever there's England fans, they always need a lot of police. There, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of police. So like, say for a scenario, right? If England ever play Germany in the tournament, later on in the tournament, they need, thousands of police. thousands of police, because whenever England play Germany in a major tournament or something like that, it always kicks off between the England fans and the Germany fans and the police, or mainly between the England fans and the police, or just in general England and the Germany fans, or both sets of supporters. So there may be a few scraps there and then, but ayo, obviously I don't think the facilities will be good. Obviously, what's very weird, right, is you get countries like South Africa, for instance, but they hosted it in 2010. By the way, South Africa 2010 was arguably the best World Cup of all time, guaranteed, because we got the atmosphere, vuvuzelas, the football was absolutely amazing that World Cup, the goals, the Jabulani, woo, juicy, and some of the kits as well look very nice, especially flipping Portugal's away kit. That World Cup, I really like the green, white. I think it's red and green and down the bottom or something like that on the line. Speaking of Portugal, are wearing their shirt right now. But yeah, it is. Dad ruined my filming again. But yeah, I generally do think at the moment that Qatar is a very bad country to host a World Cup. A bad host country.
Open it up. Please phone Callum. Tell me.
After this, shut up. But yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about my dad again, ruining the filming. But yeah, as I was saying, coming back to what I was saying, like, obviously, if you get, like, countries like South Africa, for instance, they hosted it in 2010, and obviously, South Africa, is, I think it's back very warm there, very warm. But however, though, that's still gone ahead during the summertime, because South Africa, like, ain't warm all year round. Like, you get some places, you like Johannesburg, or flipping Port Elizabeth, or something, or Cape Town, or Rustenburg, or the whole host city is practically that World Cup. I think during the evening games, the temperatures cool down a bit, and that's very good from South Africa. I thought the facilities, even though it was a weird one, because first African country to host a World Cup, but they still produced the goods. But Qatar, though, it's a very different country, very different from all of the World Cup hosts. The most controversial one of the lot, because you get different countries, say like England, for example, we never get the chance to host it anymore, or like Portugal, like, why not have the World Cup in like Portugal and Spain or something? Get them sort of countries to host it, but in my opinion, Portugal and Spain, they have great facilities, better stadiums, better atmosphere, better football. Even though I've not watched Qatar football before, or any Middle East Arabic football, I've never watched anything like that before. However though, like, do you think we're like Portugal, right? Portugal, I know I should not be talking about Portugal, but like, say for example, if this World Cup was hosted in Portugal and Spain, it would definitely would be more easier for the European teams to travel down. So like France are literally right near Spain, but only Andorra separates them. So Andorra, and so, I don't know really. It's a strange one. It is a strange one. But however, why not have it in the UK? like England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. Technically, no, I know Republic of Ireland aren't part of the UK anymore, but like still count as a whole nation. But why not have it in them places? Well, technically, Northern Ireland would be a bit of a weird one because they only have flipping Windsor Park, Belfast. That's it. But I think that both islands only have like the national stadiums. Say like the Windsor Park in Belfast for Northern Ireland and the Aviva Stadium in Dublin for the Republic of Ireland. England, Scotland and Wales have more stadiums because Wales have like the Millennium, the Principality Stadium, the Car City Stadium, the Liberty Stadium. England, obviously, you've got St James's Park, Ellen Road, Bramall Lane or Hillsborough, Old Trafford, the Etihad, Anfield, the City Ground, maybe Leicester, the King Power, maybe. We've got the Emirates, Tottenham, White Hart Lane, the new White Hart Lane to be precise. Obviously, we have Wembley as well, where obviously the final will be taking place. Scotland, yes, we've got Murrayfield, Ibrox, Celtic Park, Hampden, maybe Tynecastle, or some stadiums like that, or have it in Belgium and the Netherlands, just like they did in the Euros in 2000. Have the exact same stadiums there, but use like either the Heysel Stadium, be Brussels, or the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam to host the final, practically. So it's a weird one. I think the World Cups in Europe are better because the big countries in Europe like Germany, France, England, Portugal, Spain have all got better football facilities than countries like Qatar or something like that. But didn't South Korea and Japan have good facilities in 2002? I don't know, but I don't know. I wasn't alive in 2002, so. but yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video. But yeah, if there's any Qatar, and yes, before I go, yes, I fully understand why, because literally, yeah, I get it. It's huge for Qatar for hosting a World Cup, and huge for the national team as well, because they've never ever qualified for it, let alone host a tournament before. So this is their debut World Cup in their own country. So I get it's big for Qatarian football. I generally understand. But generally though, if you were England and Wales fans, how would you feel about going to Qatar? And also, I think during a bit of last season, a lot of footballers, and also seen a lot of tweets on Twitter and Instagram posts saying like a lot of footballers are against Qatar hosting the World Cup, especially Eric Cantona, Toni Kroos, I think Erling Haaland, even though Norway have not qualified, but he is still against Qatar hosting the World Cup, even if Norway would have qualified anyway. So yeah, if there's any countries who are representing the World Cup, if there's any fans who are watching this video, please drop it in the comments. What are your thoughts on Qatar hosting it? And Saudi Arabia fans, have a belting time there as well, because it's actually your first ever local World Cup. If you don't get it, because like Saudi Arabia is right next to Qatar, so like Saudi Arabia, they don't have to make a long journey to get there and back in Qatar, back in Saudi Arabia, when they do eventually get knocked out in the group stages. But hey yo, yeah guys, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Smash a like, subscribe, get notifications on. Thank you for watching this video here, and love, peace and techers.